Sorry about that, guys. My mic was muted again. He gives you the cash, he so does give you the cash. He will get money from his videos. He will do what he can. My name is StarkyBooty32, and welcome to my 8th free-for-all stream. Now, everyone, this is not going to be any normal free-for-all stream, because one of my favorite YouTubers, ragreynolds, is going to be joining, and I am going to have a discussion about anything, and I'll be having a conversation to him about anything. Now, I tried to do this, I tried to have a live stream with ragreynolds on my 7th free-for-all stream, but I didn't get around to doing it because he was asleep at the time and I got the wrong time, but he is here today and going to be talking with him. Let's let in the alleged man, the truth talker, and my all-out god-and favorite YouTuber, ragreynolds.
You don't know, you damn well should know. You're, is it just me or
you don't know you Sam Wilson?
Yeah. Yeah. Hello. It's finally happened.
Hi, Rag. I'm so excited meeting you for the first time. Yes, it has happened.
It has been a long time coming.
We're finally.
Hello. Hello? I think Darky Booty's internet seems to be cutting off. Hello?
A bit of a delay there, Rag. My stream just for a bit on my screen. But yeah, here we go. Okay. So, Rag, seeing as this is my first time meeting you, I have some questions that I have to ask you, obviously. So, my first question that I have to ask you, Rag, is I know that you were going to make a video about some comments that you appreciate. Will that video come out?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I actually forgot about that one until you just reminded me of it. I have a lot of videos in progress. I mean, just to give you an idea here, anytime I get an idea, and this has been going on for years now, I have a note on my phone. I have a whole note. And basically, anytime I get any sort of idea, there's this list. And I just add a line to the list. Every single line here, like every single line is a different idea. This is just for my ragreynolds channel as well.
I see that.
Yeah, I don't even write down too much. I just write down like a line. Then the ones that I decide, okay, I want to try and put some extra focus on those ones. Like those are my ideas. If I don't have an idea in the top of my head, I think, okay, I'll go look at my notes and I'll see what I want to do. And my comments I appreciate is on that list. But when I decide, okay, this is a video I want to focus on now, I go and I go to my computer desktop and I make a new folder, and I just make a project folder essentially, and I call it something. So currently I have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26, 27. Yeah, I've got 27 in progress projects that are not listed on the list I just showed you. 27 I'm actually focusing on, and they're all on my desktop right now. I have 3 videos as well on my desktop that are ready to be edited and on top of those. And then obviously I have that whole list. So I always have a million things on the go. And the comments I appreciate is still one that's in the back of my head. It is on that list of notes, but I do have other things that are kind of ahead of that in my priorities list. So eventually I probably will get to that, but it's just the right timing because I'm all over the place. It's whatever I feel like on any different day. So I hope that answered your question.
I do that with my video. My question, and I already have a list of videos that I want to make for my channel. I have on notes with the whole line of videos, video titles that I want to make as well. And now, Rag, this stream isn't going to be with just you and I. I'm also going to let other people in as it's a free for stream and not just us. So I am going to do that now. I'm going to let in Lodel, one of my best friends and fans. Hello, Lodel.
Hi.
Yeah.
How you going?
We are alive.
We're going good. My first
good.
time meeting Ragreynolds.
That's good.
And also in Psycho and ad-driven you as well.
What's poppin', y'all?
And they
No,
like,
cross this out, revenue.
Now, Psycho is not a name I recognize.
think much. Psycho.
How's it going, everyone?
Hi.
Psycho Guy has been around on your channel, but he was around on used to be a hater of mine, but he stopped hating on me, and now he's a fan of mine.
Yeah.
Here I am. Yeah. So, how's it going, everyone? Going good?
Yep.
So, Psycho, are you from a fake country or a real country?
I'm from the United States. I like to consider myself a...
So which part of the United States? Because some states are real and some states are fake. So
American.
I live in the Northeast.
Yep.
Well, that doesn't narrow it down.
New York State.
New York. Okay, New York's a real state. Okay, we'll let you off with that one.
Perfect. Yeah. So
yes,
got some things going on. It's been a pretty good week for me so far. Last weekend, actually, I got a cool new video game. It's called Prey. It's from 2006. It's a first-person shooter game in outer space. You play as a Cherokee Native American. Yeah, science fiction, of course. Yeah, and I got an authentic replica of the red swingline stapler from one of my favorite comedy movies called Office Space. It was actually written and directed by the same guy who created Beavis and Butthead and was also the co-creator for King of the Hill. His name's Mike Judge. So yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
And in other news, I've got some live streams going on. Not live streams, I should say premieres. I'm doing some premieres of my gameplay videos. I have one that's going to be premiering in 3 hours, and another gameplay video that's going to be premiering in 5 hours.
Are you going to do a video reviewing your stapler? I think that would be great content.
I don't know. I haven't really been the guy for reviewing videos.
I think that would be great.
It would.
Yeah. I haven't been that kind of guy, in all honesty. Like, I feel that I've made some mistakes in some of my reviews. I feel that there are some parts that I forgot to cover, some parts that I don't cover perfectly. So
hey, it's a stapler. I'm sure you're up to the challenge.
Yeah. But what I like to tell myself is that reviews are not for everybody.
Psycho Yiko should. Yeah.
I mean, what can you forget about a stapler? I mean, what are you going to miss out? Are you going to miss out the fact that it staples things? Oh, it's red. I forgot to cover it with red. Okay.
No one will ever miss out the fact that a stapler staples things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I haven't really thought much about it. I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to start sticking to some of my gameplay videos. And I even made a response video to some hardcore Taylor Swift fan who apparently cannot accept criticism and the fact that, you know how Taylor Swift got worked up over some Netflix joke about her that apparently was sexist and shit.
What was the joke? I knew she was getting angry, but I didn't hear the
I
joke.
don't
What was it?
remember.
Yeah, here's how the joke goes. I mentioned it at some point in the video. It's called, "What do you care? You go through men faster than Taylor Swift," which basically implies that Taylor Swift has been in multiple love-hate relationships. She broke up multiple times, and so they made a joke out of it. And she got pissed off about it, and she was like, and she got worked up over it. And I'm responding to some hardcore Taylor Swift fan who apparently is pissed off at it as well. It's one of my latest uploads.
I don't see how that's sexist, honestly.
Yeah, I don't see how it's sexist, honestly, either. It just seems like it seems like a harmless joke. There's nothing sexist about it. It basically just implies that she's been through multiple relationships. People are getting overworked up about it and shit. And I'm like, okay, you know. And the problem is that he names drops the exact same person who has ranted about Taylor Swift. He's made like 3 or 4 videos about the exact same guy. I'm like, okay, you want to do something on that guy? And I'm like, okay, that guy might not have to respond to you, but I'm going to respond to you, okay? And I'm going to show you the entire platform how much of a fucking weird fool you are.
Are you a Swiftie?
No. I'm not a Swiftie.
Are you sure? You look like a Swiftie.
No.
You seem like a Swiftie.
How do I look like a Swiftie?
Yeah.
I like gorillas, for the record. You can tell by the Union Jack. And they're from the UK, so I like gorillas more.
The animals? The animals are from the UK.
No, the music group. The animated music group.
The animals are
wait,
from Africa.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but the music groups from the UK.
How can it be a music group and an animal? That doesn't even make any sense.
Makes no sense.
You guys are so up your asses.
Just these.
You're so up your asses.
Yeah.
What?
I guess we kind of are.
I'm confused right now. What are we talking about?
Gorillas.
The animals. Yeah.
And music. I don't
Is
know
this like
what
George of the
type
Jungle? Do they have
about.
tambourines or something?
Animals.
Yeah.
Do these gorillas play the maracas?
I don't know.
No, they don't play gorillas. We have Murdoch, who plays the bass. Noodle plays
Murdoch.
the guitar. Murdoch Nichols.
Noodle.
Nickel. Murdoch Nichols.
Rupert Murdoch.
What kind of name is Murdoch Noodles?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, that was a bit rude.
Yeah, rude.
Let me...
Yeah, that sounds like a weird name. I've never heard of anyone with that name. Calls.
Yeah, neither have I. That's not how you spell gorillas. That's got a Z at the
Name
end.
of the group.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you're saying that when you get a group of gorillas together, you put a Z at the end? That I've never heard that before.
Yeah, that's a bit silly.
Beavers. Ad revenue. That's not how English works.
Yeah, I get.
I'd recommend that's so funny.
Oh, ragreynolds speaking here actually makes my day. He sounds really funny when, he's talking about the gorillas and all of that. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Scottish is the worst form of English. American is the worst form of English. American's the worst form of English.
It is.
Well, one of the worst forms of English.
America's a fake country.
With S's. I mean, no, the S's with the Z's. I leave the U out of some of the words.
Ad revenue. What are you saying about beavers in this YouTube chat? What is my opinion on beavers? I think beavers are just like less cool platypuses.
Dogs are basically wolves with Stockholm syndrome. That's what dogs are.
Okay.
Wolves with Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
They're attached to humans.
I
much
guess
as wolves are. Because hey, look at it that way.
Justin
dogs
Bieber's
are from.
a platypus. Griffin, you can't even say Justin Bieber's name. He just says Justin Bieber. It's crazy.
I don't think Ad Revenue knows how to speak English, to be honest.
I hate believers.
I mean, did you see that debate I had with Ad Revenue? He wasn't very
Wow.
you couldn't really hear what he was saying too much, and he didn't really have much to say either. He had no points.
I'm a believer, Psycho Geico.
You're a
But
believer?
anyway, yeah, I am. I am a fan of Justin Bieber, in case you don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, no respect to you then. It's all the Justin Bieber fans that downplay each and all the single bad things that he's done in his past. And all
What
that
bad
shit.
things has he done in his past?
It's the fact that he dropped a song. There was a parody of the song called One Less Lonely Girl, and he sung One Less Lonely N-word. And there was a time where he went to the Anne Frank Museum, the Anne Frank Memorial.
Who's Anne Frank?
She was a Dutch, German, Jewish. Yeah, Dutch,
How can she
German,
be Dutch and German? That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Is she Dutch or is she
I've heard
German?
of her before.
I know. She's a Dutch Jew. She was residing in the Netherlands when the Holocaust and World War II and was going on, the Nazi occupation of Europe, and they had like a memorial. Yeah, and they had like a memorial of her, like
so
house. And Justin Bieber wrote something in the guest book, something like, if she was alive or whatever, hopefully she would have been a believer. I'm like,
oh Christ.
Yeah,
well, maybe she would have been.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
I don't see anything bad about that. But I did all the things that Justin Bieber used to do was because he was very young and his mind wasn't prepared to be like the most famous person in the world.
I mean, fair enough, yeah.
He has grown from that, and now he is much better and has a lot less hate than he used to. His song "Baby" even is the most disliked video on YouTube as well. And "Baby" is one of my favorite Justin Bieber songs.
Yeah.
And my other favorite Justin Bieber song is "Sorry." Yeah.
Yeah. I know the song, Baby.
And
personally, I think it's okay.
About that.
Yeah, personally, I think that song is okay. I'm not like a huge fan of it, but there are other songs. I think that song's about unrequited love. I'm sure there's plenty of other songs about unrequited love that are actually really good.
Can I just butt in here for a second? I'm really confused. Okay, I'm so perplexed right now.
Okay.
Right? We're on something called a free-for-all stream where you can speak about anything you want. You also have a guest on here, Ragreynolds, who has never been on here before. You have an interesting guest. We have Lil Lodel over there. We have Darky Booty. We have Psycho, whoever his name is. We have us here. We're on a free-for-all stream, okay? Free-for-all. And you choose, instead to talk about something outrageous, something interesting, you choose to talk about Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we on a free-for-all stream talking about stupid celebrity gossip?
Look.
Because I thought this was a free-for-all stream.
Free-for-all? Free-for-all?
Okay.
Yeah, free-for-all, not Bieber-all.
Okay, everyone calm down. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I won't let Psycho Geico or Lodel talk too much, all right? I will talk with Raggers about the things that I've always wanted to talk to him about for most of the stream. I won't let us trail off that much with Psycho Geico about celebrities, all of that. I am going to talk more with Ragreynolds and with the things that we are going to, that I really want to talk about with him.
These other two can feel free to butt in with their opinions. I'm just confused by why we're talking about Justin Bieber. Like I don't care if everyone talks. I mean, we could talk about if everyone's allowed to talk. It's just why about Justin Bieber? I didn't get it. Anyway, what are we talking about now?
The headcount bill.
Okay, now Rag, I have a question that I have really wanted to ask you for a long time, and that is, what is your opinion Sorry about that. I accidentally got a notification on my computer. Ignore that. What is your opinion on the Loch Ness Monster? I know that we were meant to have a debate about the Loch Ness Monster one time, Rag, and I know that you're from Scotland, but even though you're from Scotland, I have never heard you mention the Loch Ness Monster in any of your videos, despite it being a creature from Scottish folklore.
Well, the Loch Ness Monster it's an interesting one. It's I would like if it was real, it would be really interesting, but I just don't see any real evidence that it exists. I mean, it's nice. Everywhere's got their folklore. Everywhere's got their mythical creature you can talk about, whether that's Bigfoot or whatever else it is. And ours is the Loch Ness Monster. And I don't think the Loch Ness Monster is real. I mean, maybe like a long time ago, there were creatures like that, like back in the dinosaur times. Maybe there were creatures like what people describe the Loch Ness Monster to be. But like with the technology we have and all that sort of stuff, I mean, it just seems so unlikely that there's going to be anything. I mean, you're talking about in Loch Ness, like a specific loch where people go and search for the thing and they still can't find it there. Like, that's just bizarre to me. I mean, I do understand, like, for example, the planet is like, what is it, 70% ocean? Like, that's our planet is like 70% water. So I don't know the exact number. And we have not discovered most of that. I mean, we can't go deep enough to actually look at things. So I would not be surprised if you found something like a Loch Ness Monster if you went deep enough into the ocean. The only thing is, though, no one has ever actually seen it. No one has ever found it because the things are so deep, because the whatever creatures there are live so deep under. So it's hard for me to say without any evidence that this actually exists. I think it's interesting. I think it's cool to talk about. I think it's cool when you see it on movies and TV and all that sort of stuff. But as far as whether it actually exists or not, I've not seen any evidence at all to support that it does. So that's what I think about that.
Although Loch Ness is very murky, though, so it's pretty understandable that it could be hiding and all of that.
True, but my question would be:
some people have claimed that they have seen it, like there have been anecdotes and all of that.
Then why has no one got it on proper picture or video? I mean, the only picture that I know of was admitted to being a fraud, like a fake. They made a movie about that, The Water Horse, and they actually showed you that they made this fake
I love that
picture
movie.
Yeah, it's a decent movie, and they show you how they faked this thing. So I'm just I find it hard to believe, especially in this day and age with the amount of like camera technologies and everyone's got a phone. I just find it hard to believe that there wouldn't be one there. I mean, we've literally had like people going in there with like radars and all that crap trying to see if they can find anything under the water, and they can't find anything. So I just find it so unlikely. I mean, maybe it's hiding, but I think it's very unlikely.
Yeah. I am just going to go get some water right now because my mouth is really dry. I should have, before I started the stream, got like a water bottle or something like that. I'm going to do that now. So okay. I'm going to be gone just for a bit.
Lil Lodel, entertain me.
The hate crime bill was recently passed. Do you think that people will actually be arrested for having bubbles and stuff?
No, I don't think it will be used. And well, for those who do not understand, let's give a little bit of context here. There was a hate crime bill just passed in Scotland today. It's been an ongoing thing for like the past 6 months, maybe more. It's been going back and forth debate about this thing. And basically, this hate crime bill basically makes it makes stirring up hatred a criminal offense that you can go to jail for 7 years for. And on the surface, you might think, oh, well, hatred is bad or whatever. But when you actually look at this thing, basically it constitutes anything that could be perceived as stirring up hatred or offensive. So, for example, if you have an offensive meme on your phone or on your computer, that could be classed as inflammatory, hateful material. Like if you express an opinion. So I used an example in a video I posted today, and I said, imagine you're just a normal right-wing person in politics who says, I think immigration should be limited a little bit. And whether you disagree with that or not, it's just an opinion. But they could say, okay, why do you want to do that? And their opinion there might be, okay, I want to stop immigration just a little bit because I think it's bad for the economy. Under this new hate crime bill, it could be argued that this person is stirring up hatred against immigrants by saying they're bad for the economy, and hence now they have committed a crime that could put them in jail for 7 years. So going even by that, you could have a meme that says something like that on your phone. You might not even agree with the meme. You might have saved the meme to show it to someone else and say, look how stupid this opinion is. But you're now in possession of inflammatory materials that could stir up hatred. Same goes for like a Bible. The Bible, the Quran, both are books that are very anti-gay. They both condemn homosexuality.
Yeah, and sacred.
And so if you are in possession of these texts, it could be claimed, it could be argued that you're in possession of materials that stir up hatred, because you could say, well, the Bible tells people that being gay is bad. And because the Bible says this, that means that lots of Christians don't like gay people. And that is true. Same goes for Muslims and the Quran. So you can then argue that the Bible or the Quran stir up hatred. And now if you own or possess one of these things, you're committing a crime and you can go to jail for 7 years. And basically, this bill has passed in Scotland just yesterday. And it has basically killed free speech in this country. I do not believe that it will be used to the extent of, for example, arresting people for having a Bible. Obviously, that's a bit extreme, but it could happen. If you are following this bill to the letter, if you're following it the way that it is actually passed through, that could happen, and it could be abused. I don't believe it will be abused. Maybe in future, who knows? You get a different government and you get other people in, who knows how it's going to be abused, and it might be abused to lesser extents. It might not go as far as arresting people for having Bibles, but it's something that can be twisted around, and it's just a very, very dangerous bill to have passed. And honestly, it's quite a frightening thing to see being passed. I mean, it literally just stamps all over freedom of speech.
Yeah, and
it's nothing new.
And some of it's a bit vague.
I saw your video. I saw ragreynolds' video about how free speech was dead in Scotland, and Hamza Yousaf is literally one of the worst people in Scotland. I believe that he should be deported to Heard Island and McDonald Islands. I remember once I said that Justin Trudeau should be sent there. The same should happen with Hamza Yousaf. He is a literal dictator and a disgrace to Scotland, and the fact that he has banned all free speech is just beyond us.
And Kim Jong-un.
I have a video posting tomorrow called The Worst Accents Tier List, and if you were to apply this law to my video, you could probably arrest me, because this video makes fun of people based on their accents, and you could argue that. And I said jokingly that these people with this accent should never speak again. We shouldn't let them speak again. And if you go by this new bill, I could be arrested, because you could say that's stirring up hatred against someone based on their nationality or whatever because of the accent. And so suddenly you could actually say, now I have broken the law, and I could go to prison for 7 years for this video I'm posting tomorrow. And that could probably be said for like a vast majority of videos I've posted on YouTube, or a vast majority of comedians when they make jokes or anything of the sort. It's very scary to think about.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
You do have a lot of inflammatory material on your main channel, Rag. I hope that you don't get arrested and end up in custody.
Hey, maybe if I get arrested, maybe I'll get lots of publicity and gain lots of subscribers. That's what happened to Count Dankula.
Yeah, and it's not like you're inciting
7
violence.
years.
Yeah, well,
Count Dankula just for a little bit.
To be fair, it's a 7-year maximum sentence. You might not get sentenced at all. I mean, you could just get a fine. Like, for example, Count Dankula, he was facing, I don't know, I can't remember how long, but he was facing prison time, but he got off with a fine. So he had to pay, I think it was like a £1,000 fine or a £2,000 fine. That was his fine for what happened there. So it could be as low as that. But the point is, no one should be punished under law for saying things that are jokes or anything of the sort. It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
And our debate with capital punishment we had the other day, you said that prison shouldn't be for people that aren't dangerous to society. That's 100% correct. People who make offensive jokes shouldn't be put into prison. That's for dangerous people.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. It's nothing new.
Anyway,
that's cancel culture has been ridiculous here in the United States as well. People canceling some things. It's gotten over to the point. They tried to cancel. Remember when they canceled the female actress?
Yeah, I guess it
played a
has
major
like
part
0
in The
points,
Mandalorian?
yeah.
Gina, whatever her name is.
Yeah, she got canceled for being for I think it was for her conservative views, and she was played a major part in The Mandalorian. And what I find really hypocritical and really ironic about that story is that with a company named Disney, is that even Disney himself, Walt Disney, has had a history of imperfections as well. He hated Jews. Like, why can't they just cancel the name Disney and change it to something like Steamboat Willie Entertainment Co. or some shit? You know?
Because
Yeah,
Steamboat Willie
guess
was
the
racist too.
same thing kind of does go for Winston
really?
Churchill as well, because
Mm.
Winston Churchill hated Indians, but he was a very influential person in history.
Yeah, and I hate how modern standards are being applied to, and everyone complains about this a lot. How modern standards are applied to people from back then. It's beyond stupid. Like, you shouldn't take down statues of Churchill just because he said some inflammatory things.
I agree.
Well, yeah. Anyway, what are we talking about next? What else is interesting? What's another thing
Let
anyone
me go
wants to talk about?
and see. Okay, Rag. So, how we have talked about the hate crime bill that's going on in Scotland, I know that it's one of the worst things to come out of Scotland, but another worse thing to come out of Scotland, I think, is a food called haggis, because essentially it has organs of a sheep in it, and I think that is really disgusting. And I know that in your video is France Real, you said that escargot was a very disgusting food, and I think it's the worst food to come out of France, and I think haggis is the worst food to come out of Scotland. And do you agree with that?
I used to agree with it. I'm not sure I still do. Until maybe the last year or two, I used to hate haggis. I thought it was disgusting. But recently I've started enjoying haggis. I mean, it's not my favorite thing, but I can eat it. Honestly, it doesn't really taste what you probably expect it to taste like. It just tastes, it's very peppery. It just tastes, I don't know how to describe it other than like, it's like a really soft, peppery, I don't know, sausage isn't the right word. It's much more soft and squishy than a sausage. It's like eating peppery oats almost. That's kind of what it's like. It doesn't taste, I don't think it necessarily tastes meaty or anything. It's, if you know what something is, sometimes it does sound like it's pretty horrible. Black pudding, for example, that's one of my favorite things. And black pudding is literally blood and oats. That's literally what it is. And
Really?
yeah, most people don't know. It's called blood sausage, and most people don't realize that maybe when they're just first eat it, and it's not until someone says, "Oh, do you know what that actually is?" and they go, "Ugh." But that kind of thing doesn't really put me off food. I mean, I don't really care what it is most of the time. I mean, it's more, to me, it's more like the texture or like the look of something that'll put me off of it. I don't really care what it is. I mean, we eat loads of strange things. All over the world, people all over the world eat strange things. I mean, I don't see what's that bizarre about eating like certain anatomy of a sheep. I mean, that's what haggis is. It's like a sheep's stomach, and you fill it with like crap. I'm not thinking properly, but like oats and pepper and spices and all that crap. That's what you fill it with. Yeah. And so I don't think it's that much stranger than eating like kidney or lamb liver, or I don't think it's that much different. I mean, what's so different about eating a stomach or eating a kidney or eating a heart? I mean, I don't see why it's that big of a difference.
I hear there's kidney pies in the UK.
Yeah. I mean, well, to answer the question though, is it the most disgusting thing out of Scotland, like the worst food out of Scotland? I'm trying to think of if there is another one. There probably is something worse, but I'm just not thinking of it right now. But I guess I'll have to say that. I mean, it's by default. I mean, I'll say that. Sure, it's the worst thing, but I still like it.
Yeah. And who the hell is one joining our live stream without a profile picture? Who's that?
Don't know.
That's Zero Cool.
Although
Zero Cool is on mute at the moment.
Okay.
I'm at work I don't want to be too loud. I got radios and stuff going on here. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good. You're good.
It's fine. All right. Mm. You guys want to watch something on YouTube? No, I'm not really thinking of watching something on this stream ad revenue. This stream is basically going to be a ragreynolds and just theme.
Well, if anyone has any specific questions they'd like to me to answer, then I'm here for them.
Cool. I'm gonna get some water and I'll be back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy your water, little Lodel.
Okay, just
I got a question
just
for
like
ragreynolds.
me, Lodel
Go for it.
Order.
Yeah. The fact that your YouTube content consists of you having views that would be seen by many as unorthodox or not of popular opinion, is this this might be a ridiculous question, but is it satirical? Is it like supposed to be farcical and something worth laughing? Yeah.
I don't know what that question means.
Like, are you supposed to be like satirical because
He's asking if
stuff?
your content
I
is
supposed-
satirical.
Yeah. Like something worth laughing at, like not meant to be taken seriously.
I'm a guy who
Yeah.
I mean I take a topic, okay? I take a topic, I take my opinion, I give you my opinion, and that's what it is. And you take it for what you take it as.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one could simply see it as something supposed to be insulting and derogatory, something worth listening to, or something serious, or
Well, I
something
think it's
just
definitely
something
worth
to laugh
listening
at.
to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
I
something worth
find it
believing or
worth
just laughing.
listening to.
Okay.
You're entitled to feel how you want about it. If you want to laugh,
Oh, yes,
you go
of
ahead
course.
and laugh. Even though some of it is quite serious, I would say. I mean, some subjects are very important and serious, but if you want to laugh at those, you go ahead. I mean, I don't find them funny, but you can laugh. And sure, I mean, everyone tells some jokes now and then, so I guess there are some jokes in there as well. And if you want to laugh at jokes or not laugh at jokes, laugh at those. I mean, that's your prerogative. You can get whatever feeling you want from whatever I post.
Yeah.
Okay. That answers my question.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Right when I was about to say thank you, but okay.
I could sense it. I could sense a thank you coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh. What else to talk
There's
about?
someone in the chat called Dominic Boyers, so however you pronounce their name, I don't know.
Dome or something.
Do you remember Skelly Boy?
Oh, Dome.
Yeah, I remember Skelly Boy.
That's who that is.
Skelly
Yeah,
Boy.
Dominus.
Yeah, Dominus. That's him.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell.
The worst real
Nun's favorite
country
person.
on Earth.
What?
Do you really want me to answer that question?
Yeah, answer, please. Go for it. I can handle it.
What do you mean you can handle it? What you think it's going to be America? Because it's not. It's not America.
Oh, I can handle it. Like, I'm a huge geographical person.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to some blunt opinion. It's not like something's supposed to be hateful. You're just saying what country you think is the worst country. You know, you're not inciting violence or anything. You're just speaking.
Brazil.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Portugal too.
yeah,
That's what it
Brazil
is.
is one of the worst countries in the world. Yeah.
Fuck Brazil.
But I think maybe one of
Brazil's good at
the worst
Good for you.
countries in the world would probably be Saudi Arabia, because
yeah,
the
Saudi Arabia.
inhumane rights and the Sharia law. Lodel made a video on Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
China's another one.
North Korea. That's another one.
Yeah. Yeah, North
Honduras.
Korea, China.
Yeah. Oh,
Venezuela.
Honduras, yeah.
Venezuela.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Venezuela. Definitely.
Venezuela, yep. Syria, Iraq,
Yeah, a lot of
Afghanistan.
Central African countries.
South Sudan.
a lot of
Yes.
Africa. Yeah, a lot of the Middle East and
Some of the
Central
Middle East is
Asia.
not so bad.
Ad revenue. We're talking
Yeah.
about real countries. That's not a real one. What's
that-
Brunei? That's not
That's
a
a
real
fake
country.
country.
Brunei.
country.
Brunei
It's a
is the
fake country.
That's not a real
country in
country.
That's not a
Southeast
real country.
Asia.
That's not a country. He made
Oh
that
my
up.
god, he said Scotland is fake. Oh no, good job, sir.
Oh,
I'm
God,
going to
not
cry.
this again.
Poor ragreynolds.
No, I don't want Rag crying on my stream.
Oh, Rag's gonna
Ad
cry.
revenue. Ad
Let's
revenue.
put it aside for now. He's joking, though. Obviously, Scotland
Yeah.
does exist. Yeah.
Ad revenue's just upset that I destroyed him with
Austra-
facts and logic in our
Yeah.
debate.
Yeah,
Oh,
Australia is fake.
Yeah, it's fake.
Yeah,
Without a
I
doubt.
am shrugged up right now, and I'm living in an abandoned city in New Zealand. Cairotini is a very addictive drug. Yet,
Robin
Ragger's
McReynolds.
Australia videos just never get old.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I wonder how long all those Australia videos are. Maybe I should make like a supercut. I should edit them all back to back and just make one very long Australia video.
Yes.
It could be Australia the movie.
Yeah, putting all of your Australia videos together.
Yeah, I'll
that
edit
would
them
be
all
fun to
together.
watch.
And it'll get very long because there are some live streams in there, so I need to edit some of the live streams. The video might end up being a couple of hours long.
Yeah,
Sounds like you're onto something.
yeah, it might be.
I'm living in Canada.
England is shrugged up, and I'm living in Canada.
You know what? I'm as I told you earlier, I'm writing the idea down.
Yeah.
It goes onto the
There's
list.
also
I
an
say Canada is
Essex in
drugged up and I'm living in the
Canada.
United States.
Well, Canada was colonized by England, so that's where the Essex
true.
in Canada came from. Yeah.
I mean, there's a Perth in Australia
Yeah.
and there's a Perth in Scotland, so.
And the French, yeah.
And
both the
there's
French.
also a Halifax in Canada and a Halifax in England.
Mm.
Yeah.
Does that mean that
And
Canada and England are the
French.
same place?
And
Well,
probably.
maybe. I mean, Canada was colonized by England.
And there's
So
a Toronto in Canada and a
maybe
Toronto in
every
Australia as well.
Commonwealth country is the same country as the
Well,
United Kingdom, if that the British Empire.
Mhm.
Well, we know that Sweden and Switzerland are the same place because they both
yeah,
begin
obviously.
with SW.
Yeah.
Oh,
Without a
yeah.
doubt.
And not just Sweden and Switzerland, but Slovenia and Slovakia are also the same place. They both start with the Slav, so there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What else? Australia and Australia's not real. Never mind. I was going to say Australia and Austria, but Australia's not real. Obviously.
Yeah.
Kazakhstan is not real, is it?
Huh?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Of course, it's real. Borat's from
Yeah,
there.
real. Yeah, that's where Borat's from. Of course, it's
Oh
real.
yeah.
Borat's real.
Kazakhstan is the best country in the world. All the
about
other
Mongolia?
countries are run by little. Yeah,
They actually played
Borat-
that national
that's
anthem at a sporting
Kazakhstan
event once.
national anthem. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skelly Boy
Mongolia,
said
is
he
that real?
joined the Streamlabs to see if you noticed.
Is Mongolia real? I mean,
No.
there's nothing really in Mongolia.
Yeah.
There's a giant desert in it.
Well, I mean, there's
I'm not
Mongolians
sure
in
if
Mongolia.
it's real or
Yeah.
not.
Oh, Mongolian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mongolians.
They're just like standing there because there's nothing to do because there's nothing else there except Mongolians.
And it seems like I always got the impression
And
that
a
it was like wide
giant
open
desert.
space. Wide open space. They live in like these tent-like houses called yurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
Yurts? What?
I think
Yurts.
Kyrgyzstan has that as well. But Kyrgyzstan's not real.
Okay.
Yeah, Kurdistan isn't a real country.
No,
Or Kyrgyzstan, sorry.
Hmm.
Did you
Kyrgyzstan.
mean?
Nope, not real.
Now,
Yeah.
right now, you people are just getting carried away with saying places are fake. It's not as simple as just saying this place doesn't exist. That's not how this works. When I say a place doesn't exist, I say it after having scientific evidence and scientific basis. I investigate these things. You guys are just sitting here going, what sounds funny? Oh, Ireland's fake, or this is fake. That's not how it works.
Scotland's fake.
Oh, of
Lil
course
Lodel,
not.
you shut
Of
up.
course not. We're just saying
I'm kidding around.
things out of nowhere.
Of course, the
Yeah.
Mushroom Kingdom is real. Of course it is. How is it not real? Of course it's real.
So,
Yeah.
what we're moving on to now.
Okay. Hmm. What's your favorite song, Rag? Do you have any
Ooh.
song that you particularly like?
Jesus.
That's an interesting question.
Oh,
Let
Yeah.
me think about that for a second. Let me think about that. I'm gonna open up my Spotify and have a look just before I give an answer, because I might say something and then think, actually, I prefer this.
I remember you saying that on your Discord that you like listening to Frank Sinatra.
Yes, I like Sinatra. He is one of my favorites.
Tom Jones.
What was that?
Need to think about that.
I think. Oh, this is a hard one. I'm not sure if I can choose. Okay, I can choose. My favorite song is called "The Curtain Falls" by Bobby Darin.
Ooh.
Okay.
And the only
Oh,
recording
Bobby
you will
Darin.
ever find of this song,
The
there is
Curtain
only one
Falls
recording of it.
Sounds
Yes.
interesting.
There is only one recording
Oh.
of it, and it was a live performance, and it was never recorded any other time.
Wow.
And it was only once. And that's probably my favorite.
It's
Cool.
Very
it
obscure,
must be a
but yeah.
very rare song.
I
It is.
remember-
It was written just for that. I mean,
Yeah.
well, it was originally another song. It was originally a Bob Hope song, but it was changed and it was basically revamped. And for that one show that Bobby Darin did, and it was towards the end of his career.
Well, I can answer that question. In the End by Linkin Park. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. That song.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
I don't know if I have a favorite song.
Yeah.
I like listening to Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh. Yeah, Weird Al
Yeah.
Yankovic's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like film scores.
I don't have one favorite song. I have many different favorite songs, and they're all in a playlist on my channel called Best Songs. Yeah.
I've
Cool.
got a playlist like that as well.
Yeah. I like to listen to movie soundtracks for the most part. There's this one really good film score composer. He's scored songs for movies. His name is Max Richter. A lot of the songs that he's written songs for are for independent films, some of which I actually have on DVD. And his music is really good.
Well, other than liking old music, like my favorite specific person is Bobby Darin. But other than that kind of music, my favorite is another strange one, and they're called Les Friction. And they're basically a lot of their music is like almost trailer type music. It's I really like it. They've only got 2 albums. They're supposed to be releasing a 3rd this year.
Yeah.
But they're very unique, and it's like this strange blend of rock and just I don't even know how to describe it. It's like epic, strange music. Honestly, you just have to listen to it to see. But you would either like it or you wouldn't. I mean, it's probably they're probably my my
like
favorite
industrial
sort
rock?
of group.
Like industrial rock, sort of?
No, I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not very good at saying, oh, it's this genre or that. I would just say listen to it and see, and you'll either like it a lot or you won't like it at all. But
yeah.
Yeah. Dominique, I'm sorry, I can't let you into the stream yard. I can only fit in 6 people at a time, so you can be in the chat, however.
Is ad revenue talking? Does it matter if he's here, if he's not talking?
Yeah. Okay.
Ad
revenue.
revenue is not talking.
Are
Get
you
rid of the
on?
person that's not talking.
Yeah.
Ad revenue and Zero Cool are the only people who aren't talking. Okay, I'm gonna remove ad revenue.
Yay.
And I'm gonna add Dominic. Or
Dominic.
as you know him, or Buzz Lightyear, or Dominus, you know.
Non's favorite person.
I think Buzz Lightyear was my shortest stint because I only had that name for like a month. I went through this one phase for like 6 months where I was constantly changing names.
To Discord and beyond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So,
Discord and beyond.
what's the current topic? Is it still music?
We're moving on from music. What do you think
Yeah,
we should
we're
talk
moving
about?
on.
I wanted to add my take on the worst countries. The worst country on earth. My opinion, Italy. Think of
Why?
one thing they've contributed to the world.
Pasta.
They suck at fighting because they surrender in every conflict.
Pizza.
And then they
Pizza,
backstab you.
spaghetti.
Oh, Mussolini. Fuck him.
Spaghetti. They contributed spaghetti.
Yeah, a lot of my favourite foods come from there. Also,
Pasta and
one of
pizza.
the most beautiful countries in the world.
Yeah, I like
also, Italy
most
is a
beautiful
good
country.
country.
I mean, you
in
could
my
say
opinion.
historically there may be a nuisance. I mean, you could a nuisance historically, but as far as like the country itself is today, I think they're a decent country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. But can we really trust them considering the past?
Hey, we don't need to trust them. Can we really trust you?
Ooh.
Good question.
Yeah.
You used to be on short videos this side, for God's sake. How can we trust
Oh.
someone who is associated with short videos?
No, not short
For sure.
video.
I see your
You're
point.
not him. A liar.
I think I've straightened up, and I'm a fairly honest guy with the integrity of
what?
of
Finish your thought.
of a guy with integrity.
The integrity of okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So what are we talking about next?
All right.
Can I have a go?
Shall we talk about like the people who comment on your Australia videos, Rag, and specifically about the people who are fans of Isaac Butterfield's? Like, there are a lot of people who say that Isaac Butterfields will destroy you in a fight, but in actuality, he is the one turning down the fight, even though all the other people on your videos are commenting and saying fight Isaac Butterfields, like all of that.
Yeah, these people are stupid. They're like, oh, you would never fight Isaac because he'd kick your ass. Meanwhile, I challenged him to a fight, and he, in his own video, turned it down, saying, oh, I've got epilepsy. I don't think getting punched in the head and getting concussions is good for that. And if he was so confident he could kick my ass, then why would he have to even worry about getting a concussion? Because he wouldn't be getting a concussion because he would win. But he knows he wouldn't win, and he would lose, and he'd be destroyed badly, and he'd be humiliated, and he doesn't want that for his image. He doesn't want to be destroyed by the guy who says Australia was fake. I mean, obviously he doesn't. And his fans are just stupid. I mean, he literally said in his video, no, I won't fight him. He turned it down in his own video that his fans are supposed to be watching, yet they say, fight Isaac Butterfield. And I'm like, I literally challenged him, and he said no. So what do you people want? What do you want from me?
Oh, no. I mean, I think it would be a close fight because Isaac Butterfield.
You what?
It would be a close fight because Isaac Butterfield used to play rugby league, and that's like a really tough sport. So it'd be a really close fight.
playing a tough sport or being fit doesn't suddenly mean you're good at fighting. Doesn't mean you can suddenly fight or have any sort of skill fighting. Sure, it means he's maybe a little bit tough.
Yeah.
I mean, tough. Who cares? Toughness will get you so far. I mean, maybe it means he survives a little bit longer than getting beat up within, like, instead of maybe me winning within 60 seconds, maybe it takes me 90 seconds because he's a little bit tougher than the average guy. Okay? But that's it. It doesn't mean suddenly he's going to win. It just means that he's tougher and it's a bit harder to beat him up.
It gives them a massive advantage. I'm not saying you're going to lose.
Yeah.
You probably still win.
Of course not. Rag will never lose.
Yeah.
So wait, so Mr. Margarine, he claims that he has epilepsy, doesn't want any blows to the head or any concussions. Yet he played rugby.
He says that he's. I think he said he stopped rugby because of that. I don't quite remember. And he said he had enough blows to the head, and that's why he stopped that, and he didn't want to do fighting either.
Yeah, and
that
I know
he's like a backtrack. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I know his father played in the national competition as well.
Hey, we can just ban punches to the head. How about that? I'll fight him without punches to the head.
Fight him with facts and logic, and he'll be dead.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, punches to the head are already banned because assault is illegal.
Not if it's a sanctioned fight
in the street.
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking about a sanctioned fight
or any of that.
Yeah, we were talking about either boxing or MMA, and we can just say, okay, no punches to the head. Then we're you know what? I'll make him a deal. I won't throw a single punch or kick in the entire fight. I'll just put him on his back and choke him unconscious within a minute.
Okay.
That would be wrestling. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I have experience there, and he doesn't seem to have any sort of fighting experience. I mean, I've got experience in various things. It has been a while since I trained. And I'm also much larger than I was then. But I would take my many years of experience over his no experience any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he had experience as well, maybe that's when it becomes a close fight. But he literally has no experience, to my knowledge. And if you've not got experience and you're going against someone who has experience, then the person with experience almost always wins.
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely.
And that would be this. I mean, I'm not going to challenge him to rugby because he's going to beat me at rugby. I've never played rugby a day in my life, so I wouldn't ever think, okay, I'm going to win that. But for some reason, when it comes to fighting, people think there's just this natural thing that it's an ego thing, I think, and people think, oh, I'm tough and I'll beat up everyone. It doesn't matter if you've got experience or not, or doing this or that. And it's an ego thing, and everyone always says that. But it comes to any other sport. I mean, people just admit, okay, I've never played tennis before. Sure, you're an amateur. You've only been training tennis for 2 years, but you're still going to beat someone who's never played tennis before if you've been practicing tennis for 2 years. And that goes to any sport. If you've been boxing 2 years and someone's not been boxing ever, of course the person who's boxed 2 years is going to beat the other person at boxing. And the same goes for any sort of fight. And that's why I would say I would beat Isaac Barfield if we were to do any sort of fight, because I have a small amount of training in striking martial arts, and I have a lot of experience in grappling martial arts. So in striking, it's maybe a bit closer because I've got less experience, but I still have more experience than him. And in grappling, if we do some sort of MMA, I'm just going to choke him out within 2 minutes because he has no experience. So that's it.
What is it with YouTubers regarding each other?
Yeah.
Add your thing, Psycho. You want to add something? Add it.
I once went through 9 rounds with John L. Sullivan.
Who?
John L. Sullivan. It's a movie reference. It's from Night at the Museum.
Oh,
Never seen that.
Just play some flashing lights and I'll surrender.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, he's gonna pull a France.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
Icky Evie, what am I watching? You are watching greatness on YouTube.
You're watching Rag Reynolds on Darky Booty 32's free-for-all stream number 7 for the first time, face-to-face, having a conversation.
Number 8.
Yeah, number 8.
It says number 7 on your stream.
Yeah, you titled it number 7.
I mean, I knew you were pretty dumb, but can you not read the title?
I made a mistake. Sorry, I will change that to number 8 after the stream.
Let me say that again.
It's meant to be the 8th.
Icky Evie, what you are watching is Rag Reynolds on Darky Booty 32's YouTube channel on his free-for-all stream number 8, face-to-face, talking for the first time.
Yes.
Absolutely free to you. You don't have to pay a penny. You can watch this for free. How entitled are you? Imagine getting this sort of entertainment for free. How lucky are you? You have never lived in a better time.
Yeah. This is one of the best times of my life.
Dominic's thinking the same thing.
Meeting my favorite YouTuber.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, you are watching the big four of podcasters in the making. Be honored you're there for this moment.
So what are we moving to next?
Well, Rag Reynolds, I would like to talk about something that is happening in your Discord server. So there are 3 users in your Discord who are moderators called Sixoti, Beam Me Up Nunsky, and Satan. And they are people who always abuse their mod powers, and I don't know why you give them mod status, because Beam Me Up Nunsky puts Tom into Peace Babies a lot of the time for no reason. And
hey, it's never for no reason. Okay, I'll let you finish. I'll let you finish your question. Hold on.
And Sixoti, I think he bullied Lodal once, but overall, they're some of the worst mods in your Discord server. Yeah, and Illumin is probably the most tolerable mod out of all of them, but a lot of them, the ones that I mentioned, are probably the worst ones. Okay, I'm done.
Can I put some quick input on this, since I've been on both sides of on both their shit lists and their good lists? Okay. Now
go ahead.
I think 6OD Tip, we all call him Tip, likes to mess around a lot, but I don't think he's ever seriously has bad intentions. He once, back when him and I weren't cool, he DM'd me just to make sure I knew, hey, I'm just messing with you, right?
Okay.
The thing about None is that from the start, when I joined the server 4 years ago, me and None have never been on somewhat even nothing close to decent terms, from the get-go. So 4 years of fighting and lots of things get said, but for these past couple years, who's the one with mod perms? And who's the one who just pissed her off and she wants to get back at them? So more arguing leads to more arguing, and I get thrown in his house. I'd say it was 50-50 justified and unjustified, because we'd be arguing, but she would never take responsibility that we were arguing just as much, that she was just as much to blame for arguing as I was. But then there were the other 50% of the time where I'd say something a little too far, and then I can see why I was thrown in there. And there are other times where even mods have acknowledged that she overstepped by throwing me in there.
Okay.
But so that's just my take on None. But I don't hold it against None. Now that I have mod perms in there, I kind of just want to move forward and help moderate Rag server and not just dwell on all that.
Well, that's very big of you.
Yeah, and now you're a mod.
So what exactly is your question, Darky Booty? I mean, I think it got lost a bit in there. You talked about each of the mods. So what exactly would you like me to say? What would you like me to answer?
I was wondering, because of their behaviour, of how they abuse their mod powers, why you gave them mod status.
So why I give them mod stats? So basically what happened there was when I first made this server, it was quite a while ago, 2016 or 17, something like that. I think this stream, did I say stream? Anyway, Discord server, I made it back in maybe about 2016 or 17. And I think I actually had a server before that as well. None and a couple of others joined, I think 2017. I want to say it was around the start of the Real Stream news drama on my Rag Reynolds channel. And they kind of came over at that point. And basically at that point, my server was kind of free for all. It was very much no rules at all, except don't post anything illegal. There was a lot of like just friendly bullying going back and forth and shit posting and stuff like that. And so that happened a lot. And
Bullying.
there was an issue where a lot of the people from the RSN community, like his mods and whatever, there was a couple of them who were like coming back and forth, and they were like spamming the server, or like they were trying to take screenshots and like try and spy on what people were saying about drama and stuff. And I think I was going to go visit Vi down in England, when she still stayed in England, not here with me, and I wasn't going to be around as much to kind of keep an eye on what was going on and maybe kick some people out if I needed to or not. So I just gave power to none because I trusted none at the time. I'd been speaking to none quite a bit, and I trusted none, so I gave none power in my server. And from there, it was just kind of like none had power, and then slowly a few other people ended up with it. We're kind of in the same sort of circle that I just kind of trusted. A few people who had come around at the same time, and it was just people I trusted with that power. That personally I trusted. I mean, I get that some people might not like them. There might be some might be a little bit controversial to their people, but I trust those people. And that's, for me, that's the main thing about whether or not that you think they're a good mod or not. For me, the main thing is trust, and I trust those people to do well by me. And that's, for me, that was the main thing there. And it was just slowly those people got mod. I do think that Dom at times has been treated a little unfairly, but he did start it himself. I mean, when it started, it was because he was being a little shit. Dom has been controversial since day one, and he will purposely come into the server and try to rile people up. Some people are maybe not so forgiving as I am. Like, I'll think, okay, whatever, but other people are not always as forgiving, or don't forget about things, especially if you've spent time trying to purposely piss them off. So in time, yeah, sure, people can be a little bit biased or a little bit more touchy when it's you rather than someone else, and I think that's perfectly understandable. I've spoken on Dom's behalf a few times, when I thought he was really being treated unfairly. But the vast majority of the time, I'd say like 90% of the time, I think he tends to be stirring the pot himself. And because of that, he kind of has whatever's coming to himself, because he either starts it or he provokes it, or he knows what he's doing. He knows what reaction is going to come from the things he says. Like, he will go into the politics channel on my Discord, and he will say the same thing every time, and he knows specifically what he's doing. Or a conversation will be over, and he'll reply to someone from like 5 hours ago and start it up again. He knows what he's doing. So I have absolutely no sympathy. I have no sympathy for him when he gets put into piss babies after that. That's his own fault.
Oh my god.
You just about my post because
down a bit.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Alright, I couldn't hear what Rag was saying. You were laughing too loudly.
Who was laughing?
All of us.
Lodal and Psycho Geico.
Dom, were you laughing?
Oh, I can
Oh yeah, I've been
voice
laughing
in the
this whole time.
chat. Rag, your girlfriend is in the chat right now.
I see that.
What?
Evie,
Yeah.
no one asked you.
Oh, it's Evie. Oh, okay. On the
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah.
cool.
But you got to admit, sometimes, Rags, all the people like flinging shit back and forth like apes is really funny sometimes.
Well, yeah, I mean,
It's
it's quite amusing.
It's like I've even, especially lately, tried trolling less. Of course, old habits die hard, but I've been making an effort trying to like not piss people off like I used to.
Have you been practicing your paper burning skills?
Yeah. I really
Good
don't
question.
Oh, I remember that.
It was if it wasn't for that wind, and if I hadn't put the rubbing alcohol on it, it would have burned. Like the first time, it like stopped at the rubbing alcohol. Like the rubbing alcohol like acted as a barrier to the fire.
Oh, never question that.
Imagine
Never
putting
do.
rubbing
Never
alcohol
question
on
that. No,
paper.
don't question
See,
that.
I wanted to make it more
Oh.
dramatic, so I thought, well, what better way to make burning something more dramatic than putting rubbing alcohol on it? So it like burn faster, but it ended up screwing the whole thing up.
Ad revenue, Darky Booty 32 is not the Indiana Jones show. Stop asking that question.
Huh?
Yeah,
It's disrespectful
yeah, I'm
and
not.
rude.
Ad, I thought you were the Indiana
Yeah.
Jones show.
And I have been egged on for probably the longest time about people calling me the Indiana Jones show.
Yeah, I remember
Anyway,
about that. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I do remember when you were getting egged on about it too. I mean, for a while, I did kind of have that suspicion, but I knew that you were not going to answer that kind of question and say constantly that you're not the Indiana Jones show. That's partly the reason why I quit too. And another thing is because I got gameplay videos and other things I want to focus on, and I
Yeah.
try to be mellow in general, like a mellow guy in general. So that's kind of the reason why I'm here right now. Like, I try to be respectful to you, and I try to be open to Rag Reynolds, and I try to laugh along at a lot of the things that he says. So, yeah, I try to be a
Yeah.
mellow guy in general.
I'm not laughing.
I know, but it's the things that you say.
And also,
So you're
No,
laughing at the things I say. Why are you laughing at the things I say? That seems pretty disrespectful, if you ask
Yeah,
me.
that is.
Oh, well, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to take seriously. I just you just seem like the kind of guy who came across as being
Girl,
like
did you just
troll
call me a
channel.
girl?
A guy who came across
You
as being
almost
like
called
a
me a
troll
girl.
channel. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, you're
You
Never
sorry,
seem like
are
the
you?
kind of guy who
nowadays.
came
Are
across.
you actually
Cancel him.
sorry?
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
sorry. Yeah.
You're
Now,
actually
yeah.
sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
Are you
he
sure?
is.
I'm sure.
Okay. And
Yeah.
can you? I would
Okay.
also like an apology for saying you were laughing at me. Like, why are you laughing at what I'm saying?
You just come across as the guy who seems to be like a troll channel.
Well-
like, it's hard
well-
to take you seriously. You seem to be like a satire channel.
Okay.
Again.
Well,
No,
I'd like an apology before we move on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry
apologize
if you
to
took
Rag.
offense. Okay. I'm sorry if you took offense behind my
Yeah.
actions.
No, I don't want your F. I just want the sorry, please.
Okay. Wait. I apologize if you've misinterpreted by intention.
No. That's not what I want. I want the straight up apology, and that's the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rag's
Yeah,
getting,
just say I'm
Rag's getting
sorry,
offended. Stop.
Geico.
I regret the miscommunication.
No, I don't. No, that's not what the answer I'm looking for. I want an apology.
No. Just say it. Say
Okay.
it.
I am sorry.
Thank you. That's all I wanted. Now we can
There
continue.
we go. All right.
The past is the past. Forgotten
And
already.
Jingo is in the chat. Who's the guy on the bottom right? That's
It's Princess Diana.
Stormfire.
Who's bottom right?
All right.
And Jingo's in the chat. Let me see.
Yeah, he's just
see him.
saying hello, people.
Okay.
Hello. Let me see.
Okay, so what are we talking about next?
Yes, good question.
I'm trying to think about what we could talk about next.
You didn't come with a list of topics?
Yeah, I did. I did write down some things that I was going to ask Rag Reynolds, but I've asked probably a lot, probably most of them. May I join? Or yeah, you can join Entinko. There's enough room.
Psycho Yako, or whatever your name is, can you please stop asking me insulting questions in the StreamYard chat? I already answered this question. The disrespect is too much.
Yeah. It's getting offended.
It's like
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything
I will
more.
not tolerate disrespect against Rag Reynolds.
I can't think of anything more annoying than people repeating themselves or me repeating myself.
Yeah. I answered the same questions over and over again, and I'm glad that Darky Booty had different questions that had never been asked before. I appreciate that.
Yeah. You're welcome, Rag.
I gotta get going. It was nice being here for a while.
The pleasure was all yours, Mr. Stapler.
Mr. Stapler.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Mr. Stapler. By Mr. Stapler. Geico.
I really
Right.
hope he reviews that stapler. I hope he makes a review for that
Bye.
stapler.
Wait, is this guy really making a review of a stapler?
Well, no, I said he
Yeah,
should.
I hope
well,
Psycho
I asked him.
Geico.
He had this stapler, and he said it was from his favorite show.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, some comedy show. And then he said he was making. I said to him, "Are you going to make a review video?" Because I don't know why he was so excited about a stapler, and I was confused. And he was like showing us a stapler. And I'm like, I hope you're making a review video on it. And he took it very seriously. And he's like, well, my review videos don't go very well because sometimes I forget to mention things. I'm like, what are you going to forget to mention? It's a stapler. What can you forget to mention about a stapler? You're going to forget to mention you can use it on paper and staple bits of paper. Like, what are you talking about? Absolute nonsense.
I mean,
it's a stapler.
I've had some pretty bad video ideas, but that takes the cake. Rags biting his tongue. What were you about to say? I could tell you were biting your tongue.
No comment.
I can tell he wants to say something.
You made like 6 videos on me in 5 days, and every single one of them was progressively worse than the last. And then you ended it off with this horrible video trying to break down my. You failed to burn a piece of paper. That was just. It was embarrassing, and I've never been so embarrassed for someone else in my entire life than I was for you at that moment.
To be fair, it was more like 3 days.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was even worse. Okay.
And
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt there.
And it's see, I watched a bunch of content cops, took notes on how those are made, and basically tried to copy it. Spent like a half a day researching.
Wow, that's a lot of research for someone like you.
I've got another question that I would like to ask Ragreynolds.
I'm listening.
How many? Which countries have you been to?
I think I answered this in my latest Q&A video, but I'll answer it again. I've been to Scotland, England, Wales, United States, Iceland, Spain, Italy, Portugal. What am I forgetting? The Netherlands. And there's one other place. I counted 10 the last time. What am I forgetting? Come on.
Spain.
Come.
America.
I said Spain. I said America.
Canada.
Northern Ireland.
No. Oh, what am I forgetting?
France.
France. That was it. Thank you, Lil Lodel.
I'm a genius.
Yeah.
There we go. 10 countries.
Yeah.
I've only ever been to the.
I thought you said you've been to Perth. You said you've been to Perth in a video where you flew to Australia.
Yeah,
No,
but
that
Australia's
was
not
the
a real
joke.
place. That doesn't count.
I've been to Australia. Yeah.
Oh, so you went to New Zealand.
It doesn't count. I never got off the plane, remember? So does it really count if you don't get off the plane?
No. Okay.
If you're going to say that, then I mean, when I flew to France or when I flew to wherever else, I mean, I would have to have flown over other countries to get there. So have I also been to those countries?
No.
It doesn't count unless you get off the plane.
No, because you haven't landed in them. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's Australia's real. Hey, you know what country's not real? Scotland.
Lola.
This again.
Lola. You see, I've only ever been to the US and Canada. But there are a couple of places I definitely want to visit.
Yeah.
Hello, what's up, people?
Hi.
Nothing much in
Dingo show.
Yeah. Welcome to my live stream with Ragreynolds.
Thank you very much, Rag. And Zakabidi. My pleasure.
You're welcome.
Hello, Mr. Dingo show.
Hi.
What's going on?
Yeah, Dingo used to be a former hater of Ragreynolds and me, but he's not anymore.
See, Rags gets a lot of haters, but eventually they all come around.
His haters are all they don't know satire.
They don't know anything. They just need. They don't know what time they have to give their mums, their iPads back.
Yeah, they probably still breastfeed.
They're probably still
Yeah.
in race car beds.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, definitely in their ice cabins. Rag has been over that a lot of times.
So in Dingo, do you have any questions to ask?
Yes, I reckon you should make a video about look like the moon being made of cheese.
The moon being made of cheese. Why
What?
would I do that?
Oh, it's just a bit I think.
Why?
You think the moon is made out of cheese?
Yeah, why would you think the moon's made out of cheese? That doesn't make any sense.
If the moon was made out of food, Drag would be already be on the moon.
Yeah.
I don't even like cheese, but if the moon was made out of cheese, don't you think we would have no mice left on Earth? They would have all gone up to the moon. They would have like worked out a way to like fly.
Yeah.
Okay, I see your point. I see your point.
And
Cheese is fucking
also,
disgusting.
cheese isn't grey. It's yellow.
Cheese is fucking
And
disgusting. I don't get how.
We should
blue
ban cheese.
cheese on the moon.
Rag, you should make a
No.
video about banning cheese.
It's
About what?
Banning cheese.
Maybe we
it's
should make a video about banning you.
Oh, what? Excuse me, what?
I'll
No.
get the ban hammer ready.
You heard,
Oh.
little Lodel. You heard.
No, shit.
okay.
You're gonna get cancelled.
Yeah, you will.
I'll get the ban hammer ready.
Hashtag Lola is over potty.
All right.
Lola is over party.
Lola is
Little
awful.
Lola. Oh.
We can go Lola or we can go
Cracks
Ladle.
Discord. Lil Lola.
Okay.
I thought you
Okay.
said I thought you said something else. I was about to be like, what?
Okay.
So what are we talking about now?
Sort of my previous topic. If you guys could visit one place, what would it be?
New Zealand, probably. I've already been to New Zealand, but I liked it, so I'd like to go back.
Interesting choice.
England.
England.
Okay, conduties here.
Who?
Some tosser he made a video on you.
Condude 246. Yeah,
Condude
he's
two-
another one
hold
of
on.
my fans.
Hold on, I need to search this guy. This guy looks familiar. This looks like a 12-year-old I've seen make a video on me before. I mean, I get a lot of 12-year-olds making videos on me from their race car beds with their mum's iPads in their hands. And maybe that's this guy as well. What's the numbers?
No.
Condude what? Condude what?
Fight!
Condude, shut up,
Please.
Tom.
Shut up, Tom.
246.
Yeah, be quiet, Tom.
Oh, it's a raccoon boy. Wait, don't
Yeah.
you leave nice comments on my videos?
Yeah, I do. I'm a fan of yours. I made a video of you, but it was comedy. I think you're.
You think I'm what?
Okay.
You think I'm a
Your
brilliant
videos are really
man?
funny.
Well, my videos aren't supposed to be funny, so I don't know what you're laughing at.
Okay, all right.
Somebody said you were going to get exercise. That was really funny.
Okay.
What?
Hmm.
You want to try that again, Lodel?
No.
I get enough exercise with my mind.
Okay.
Big brain dominist.
Mind exercise.
I hear a repeat sound.
Mute the stream sound. Like mute the stream sound.
Oh
on
yes.
YouTube.
Oh, that's
A
why.
repeat
That's why.
sound.
That was confusing me so much.
You got like a
What
good
was
old streamer setup. Is this your
I
first
had
rodeo?
the stream up there.
Per convoy.
You got like a
Okay.
what looks like a nice streamer setup. Is this your first rodeo or something?
First, my what? My first what?
First rodeo or something?
Dom, they don't have
Um,
horses where he's from.
well-
How can they have a rodeo?
It's an expression. Right?
They have
Exactly.
horses in Australia.
No, they don't.
What are you on? Easton?
Australia doesn't
They-
exist. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah,
horses
of
are
course,
just kangaroos
it's
that
not
they
real, we
bend.
don't
They,
have horses.
they break the backs of the kangaroos so that they have to walk on all fours and it turns into a horse.
How
That
much,
sounds legit.
Riding kangaroos.
how much fucking weed do you smoke to come up with this stuff, Rags?
I don't smoke weed at all. I've smoked weed like twice in my life, and the last time was in 2015. So watch your
15?
tone, son. I don't think you know
Oh,
who
I'm
you're
never
talking
gonna
to.
smoke weed.
They should make weed illegal.
I'm never gonna
Not that I'll
smoke
smoke it.
any weed. It's already illegal, though. So
No, it should be legal. That's what I said.
It should carry an even harsher punishment.
Oh, legal.
Oh,
No, it shouldn't. Nah.
huh? It should be legal.
Weed shouldn't.
What's the harm in weed?
I don't see any benefits of it.
I don't see why. Why would you make it illegal for someone to go into their garden, rip up weeds out the ground, and smoke them? I don't understand.
Neither do I.
Not that weed. The drug weed.
That is the drug weed.
Oh,
That's where it comes from. It comes
marijuana.
from people's gardens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Between like the pavement, between the slabs, that they peel it up, and that's what they go and smoke.
Marijuana.
They just light some weeds
I
on
thought
fire.
kangaroos were robots.
Stick it up a.
They are robots.
Robots.
Yeah, they are.
Yes. Weed should be like a 5 years minimum.
What?
Don't listen to Dom. He's just being edgy.
Edgy. Hey, I'm edgy.
I'm always serious,
Yeah.
Rags.
Kind of.
I'm always serious.
Don't listen
No,
to
Tommy's
Subunus.
an always serious.
Subunus.
Subunus.
Communist.
Wow.
Mm.
Yo.
Anyway, what are we talking about now?
Fortnite.
I just can't believe I met the real
It
Rag
should
Reynolds.
be 1% legal. No, it shouldn't.
Yes, as opposed to the fake
Why?
Rag Reynolds.
Do you have
Huh.
chills going up and down your spine right now? Are you not mesmerized to be in the same live stream as Rag Reynolds?
We need to
I-
franchise.
The
I
bright
know,
one,
I'm-
Rag Reynolds.
It's
The
like
bright one,
we
Rag
need,
Reynolds.
we need to expand Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, I
and
can't-
use that for people who get arrested smoking.
Dom, shut up.
Huh.
Right, let's talk about Trump.
I miss him so fucking
I thought
much.
we were past politics. Can we talk
sure.
about something more interesting?
I miss Trump so much.
Dom,
Yeah,
I don't
let's
care.
talk about
Trump.
Yeah, let's not talk about politics. Just too controversial these days.
No,
Rags
we're
will
gonna
get
talk about Donald
Oh, yeah.
Trump.
Uh, Vi wants me to ask you about the other Rag Reynolds.
Oh, the real Rag Reynolds, which
Oh,
you
the-
stole the
the
username from.
Yeah, you talked about him in your book, I remember.
So do you all know about
Oh,
the new
I
Rag Reynolds?
remember the
other
guy-
Rag Reynolds?
Hang on, wait, Rags.
Some
Yeah, I know
fat man
about
with acne.
him. The Icelandic guy who was like,
Yeah,
my name is Ragren. That
Yeah,
guy.
so that was
Yeah.
such a bizarre situation. It was one day I went right periodically. I would search my name on YouTube just to see who made a new video about me, if anyone.
Ego
And
seven.
I still do that, and just that's where I come across like a bunch of 12-year-olds or whoever it is making videos responding to my Australia stuff. Anyway, that's where I saw Condude's video and others. So at this day in like 2014, I was searching my name, and I came across this video just called "Welcome to Rag Reynolds." It was posted like a day ago, and I'm like, "What is this? Welcome to Rag Reynolds." So I clicked on it, and it was this it was this man with a weird accent. I later found out it's from Iceland, and with long hair. And he's just, hello, my name is Rag Reynolds. Welcome to my new channel. I took a break for a while because my other channel was banned. And he goes on for a minute. And then and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I made a video called I Am Being Impersonated. And he makes another, and then I find out this guy's made another video. And this other video he's made, and he's suddenly starting to talk about how I have been the one who's impersonating him, and how I have stolen his identity. and he started saying that I was even feuding and stealing the beef from people that he was feuding with, and he was like pointing to this woman who had made I was making videos back and forth to at the time, and he started saying this was my enemy first, and he's even stolen this.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And he started like showing clips of my videos with like Ryan Jr. and stuff like that. And he was basically roasting my channel, saying that I was stealing his identity. And then I made a whole post on my website, on my forums, and like talking about it. And all the users on my forums had like, I don't know, maybe 20 people responding, all like, oh my God, what is this? This is ridiculous. And then the guy made another video about my website, and he was like recording the website, reacting to it like, oh no, they have really done it this time. my entire website. They have taken over ragreynolds.net. And the guy started saying that we've taken over his website. We had stolen his website. And it went on for like 5 videos back and forth. He made like 5 videos. It was insane. And then suddenly the guy he said, I think he made a post on my website saying, thanks for all the laughs and being a good sport. I'm done now. And then he just disappeared, and I never heard from him ever again. This all happened within like 4 or 5 days, and I never heard from the guy ever again. And he's just gone. The videos are still on YouTube, but the guy just disappeared. He's gone. I've never heard from him since. That was for like 4 days back in 2014, and that was it. And it was one of the most bizarre things I ever experienced online. Just this random man appearing, claiming I took his identity, and then he disappeared after a week.
Hang on, Rags. Do you remember the?
It was very weird.
Do I remember who?
Do you remember the delete your channel challenge that I tagged you in years ago?
No.
Oh, when I was just fucking with you, and like that was during the around the short videos times.
Skelly Boy, I used to do my best to ignore as much of you as I possibly could. The only time I ever paid any attention to you was to deride you and to make fun of you and to respond to a couple of videos you made. Other than that, I ignored your entire existence. Other than that one time I told you I put you in your fucking grave on Twitter, and then I got banned for that.
In your fucking grave. You got banned for that? Wow.
Yeah,
no, I didn't say I would shit in his grave. I said I would put him in his grave.
I know, I have.
Because I added Twitter support because I didn't think they'd do anything, because I've seen people do that all the time and I've never seen anything happen. So I thought as a joke I'd add Twitter support. Well, the one time they decide to do something, that's when Rags gets banned. Because I remember the next day, like I found out it actually got banned because fucking Vi messaged me on Discord like, did you report Rags' account? I was like, no. She was like, oh, because like it got deleted. I was like, I was this point, I was shitting myself. I was like, I
was very annoyed about that account being deleted. I liked that account. I had that account.
How many followers
for, like,
did you have on that account?
I don't know, like 400 or something. Not very many. I've got more followers now than I did then. I've got like 2,000 now, but I only had like 400 on that account at that time. But I had the account since like 2007, so I had so many tweets. I had like 20,000 tweets or something on the account, and it's gone. Now it's gone because it's stupid Domunist, Scaly Boy, fucking Scaly Boy.
But back to what I was saying, I tagged you.
When's our fight?
I did a little. I don't know, but I'm boxing. I did a little shitpost video, like I did the
fight.
I did
Skelly Boy and Cracker.
That'd be a good one. But I did the I made like a shitpost, delete your channel challenge, and at the end I was like, I nominate Rag Reynolds. And then, like, do you remember that? Like, you made a video deleting an alt account.
That probably happened, but I don't remember it.
You put it on Twitter.
Skelly Boy, I don't remember what I ate for breakfast today, and you want me to remember something like 3 years ago? That's not going to happen.
But it's relevant to this because I could have sworn that the account you deleted was that Rag Reynolds account, capital R in that profile picture. I could have sworn that was it.
That account still is on YouTube right now, and I can link it to you. If you search Rag Reynolds and just filter by channels, that will pop up. I'll show you right now. Filter channel. Here it is, right here. Rag Reynolds. Cut. I've just posted it in chat and screen in the screen thingy. I can't screen share at the moment. Posted it in the YouTube chat as well, but I don't think it's. Anyway, I posted it there. You can see the channel yourself. It's still there.
Okay.
Oh, that's that stupid man. The Icelandic man. The nonce.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the videos here. Welcome to Rag Reynolds. Calling out E. Thomas videos. Someone is impersonating me. Home base is under attack. And Rag Reynolds. Those were the 5 main ones. Someone is impersonating me was the highlight there. Like that one was quite amusing. He was making fun of Ryan Jr. He saw a video of me introducing Ryan Jr. and Ryan Jr. was singing. He was like, "I'm Ryan Jr. That's my name. I'm Ryan Jr." And that's how Ryan Jr. was singing. And this fake Rag Reynolds took it upon himself to make fun of that. And he said, "Look at this man-child playing with dolls. What a loser." I don't appreciate your laughing there. It wasn't funny. It was pretty serious, honestly. I was very offended by that. I was insulted.
Offended.
Wait, my
And you
mic
don't
got cut
cancel
out.
him?
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
I actually quite like the man. I wish he was actually still around. I wish I could interview him, honestly, but he's nowhere to be found. Maybe one day he'll watch one of my videos and think, "Hey, I'll do an interview with you. I'm back. That would make my year."
Maybe
Yeah.
he's on your
I
Discord.
don't know what
disguised.
happened to that guy.
I bet he's like
I highly
Jenny's husband
doubt
or
that.
something. He's like
Yeah,
Jenny's
probably.
husband, and that's why Jenny's hated me because this guy was obsessed with me or something.
Yeah. Jenny
Yeah.
is a cow.
That's not very nice.
Agreed.
Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
she was the cat. Well, she harassed me and ragreynolds, so yeah, there's that.
Didn't she threaten to have both of
Hmm.
you arrested, or at least Darky Booty? Or threaten to sue you guys or something?
I did remember once back in 2 years ago, I did send death threats to her, and she said that
Death
I was going to be
threats.
arrested because of that.
I love
But
how
I have
casually you
grown
just admitted
from that, and I'm much more mature. Yeah,
Yeah, I've done stupid shit too. So
I'm much more
I can't say
mature now.
Yeah, we know.
really.
Yeah. One thing that I have noticed though about the chat, a lot of people who are fans of ragreynolds and who know ragreynolds are coming over. I'm getting a lot of attention from being in a live stream with him.
Oh yes, why do you think I used to make videos
Yeah.
about rags all the time? That was mainly why.
Because you're obsessed with them. That's why.
Clout.
No, because like I
Exactly.
wanted the views.
Oh, fair
Yeah,
enough.
you wanted like the 20 views you got instead of the regular 0.
Yeah, I'd get like 5 sometimes.
Oh, 5.
I did it
And
for
was that from refreshing the
comedy, not for
page?
clout.
5 views. Oh my god.
All the
Mom,
counts.
look, I only pressed refresh 4
5
times and it
views.
says 5. So what are we talking about now?
I want to.
I'll be going in 20 minutes. We have 20 minutes.
I want to see you fight Skelly Boy.
20 minutes. I was thinking of venting the stream soon as well.
Just because 20 minutes, it'll be 2
Okay.
o'clock for me, so.
Into yet maybe just since you got for in 20 minutes. Yep, we can talk just for 20 minutes more. I'm trying to think. I mean, I know I've said a lot of things that I had to ask you, Rag, but there are a lot of, but I've already asked a lot of them, and I'm trying to think.
Can I ask
What else?
one thing?
Sure, ask away.
Go.
If
Oh, man.
you made a video a long time ago, you fell off the edge of the earth, and you also say the earth isn't flat. How's that possible?
Well, no. Shut up, ladle. Just because you fall off. Shut up, ladle. Just because you fall off something, it doesn't need to be flat, right?
Yeah,
For example,
be respectful.
Ladle,
I guess.
Ladle, I don't want to hear your voice right now.
Laughing.
I'm trying to answer Conboy's question here. If you want to ask a question, you can wait your turn. You don't need to get jealous.
Yeah, be
Okay.
respectful.
So, Conboy, to answer your question,
Dude.
something doesn't need to be flat in order for you to fall off of it. For example, say, have you ever seen like a space hopper or like, you know, you get those medicine balls, those exercise balls that you can roll around on? People fall off of those, right?
Oh,
they're not flat,
true.
they're round.
True.
You can fall off
No.
of that.
No,
So
people don't. People
Yeah,
don't fall off.
shut
of
up,
those.
Dom. I'm not talking to you. I'm answering a question.
I see people.
Dom, you shut up and sit in the corner, and I'll speak to you when I'm ready. I don't want to hear another word out of your mouth while I'm answering this question. Same goes for you, Lil Ladle. Thank you, Darky Booty. So, you don't need something to be flat in order to fall off of it. It could be a multitude of shapes. It doesn't need to just like the Earth doesn't need to be flat in order for that to happen. And I mean, by saying the Earth is flat, people just assume that this is flat line, but it could be a multitude of different shapes. Like it could be a donut for all we know, which is like a slight curve to it all around. It doesn't, and you could easily fall off through the middle of that. So there's a lot of different options. I mean, it could even be a cube. Technically, you could say a cube's flat, but it's got more sides on it, and you could fall off that. So there are a lot of possibilities there. I'm not saying I know what the answer is. I don't know what shape the Earth is exactly.
Maybe
but
it's
definitely not just flat, like flat Earthers.
Maybe it just has. Maybe it just has a hole right through the middle of it.
Maybe it's like a bumpy, like sphere. I think that's what the Earth is, like a bumpy sphere.
That would make sense because I do remember when I walked to the edge of the world, I had to go up a very big hill, right? And if you think about it, the higher up you go, like gravity and stuff like changes, you're going to end up outside the atmosphere, and suddenly maybe the Earth's gravity isn't quite the same. So maybe I went up so high on one of these like mountains on one of these bumpy parts, and then that's why I fell off, because gravity was no longer properly affecting me because I was out of the stratosphere of the Earth. So maybe the Earth is just spherical, like everyone thinks. And I just managed to...
I'm going to go get lunch.
You're going to go get lunch?
Can I speak?
Does your wife make
I'm going to go get lunch. I'll be back.
Can I speak?
Okay. You can speak now, Dom.
Oh,
I don't know. I see people on those exercise balls get I don't know. I see them take quite a lot on the they never fall off of them, so I don't know about your theory.
What are you talking about?
You know those exercise
I've fallen
balls.
off an exercise ball.
You talk about that people that you can fall off one of those exercise balls, but I've seen people on them get pounded pretty hard and they don't fall off of them, so
I've fallen off one. I could get one and fall one off of one right now if you want to. Nah, six. Can't bother.
I can't wait for Darky Booty to come back, because sitting here with the rest of you, it's like doing amateur hour or something.
No. But,
I'm great, Rag. I'm great. It's the rest of these bankers.
Oh yeah,
That sounds very humble of you, Lodal. Very humble.
Very humble.
Thanks.
Holy.
Thanks.
Why does this sound gay?
Lodal, how many subscribers do you have?
Nearly 800.
Oh,
I'm proud of that.
Nearly 800. Okay, so I probably have
800
the
more than
least
Dom.
amount of subscribers here. I just reached 100 not too long ago. I have like 120 or something.
What?
What the fuck? Is that Wally?
In Dingo.
What are you saying, Indingo?
No, just saying I got 300 subscribers and that's it.
Well, better than none.
Yeah.
Better than
Exactly,
me.
better than nothing.
Better than having none. Dom.
Poor Dom.
Yeah, poor Dom.
Why didn't you give him some of yours, Lodal?
You should.
You should share.
I'm not a communist.
I didn't say you were a communist.
You're
Maybe
a
you need to pay.
communist.
Maybe you need to pay taxes to Dom.
No.
I think
For anyone watching this,
5%.
subscribe to Dom
Socialism.
and me at Condu246. Anyway, I gotta go.
I'm going.
All right, bye.
I'm going. Bye.
So, is there anything else we're discussing here?
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite video you've ever made?
Didn't I answer this already in my Q&A
Yeah, well,
video? You forgot.
Yeah.
Well, I suggest you go rewatch the video.
Well,
I'm not
you
answering
can't
that.
remember what you had for breakfast.
Okay.
I just assured you there was some facts and logic.
That had nothing to do with what you were talking about. Why does it matter if I can remember what I had for breakfast? That makes absolutely no sense. What does that have to do with what my favorite videos are?
Well, we're not talking about breakfast.
You are talking about breakfast.
Wrong.
No, not wrong.
Yes, wrong.
Lady, I'm getting real tired of your shit. I suggest you watch your tone because I'm not sure you quite understand who you're speaking to.
I'm
Exactly.
speaking to a truth talker.
Yeah,
No,
you
it
are,
starts
Loads.
sounding
You're
like it.
speaking to a truth talker.
So maybe you
And
should start
Rag is
sounding
the
like it.
truth talker.
I'm a truth talker as well. Adrefinny thinks he's a truth talker, but he's a liar.
Yeah, he has slid a lot.
He lies as generally as much as Meghan Markle.
So what are we talking about now?
I don't know. When's
What
your next
shall
Minecraft
we
video?
talk?
Right, when's the next Minecraft video?
The next Minecraft video? I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I haven't recorded it yet.
No, that's a shame.
I keep going to record it, but I just end up getting caught up doing something different that I think is more important. So I end up doing other things.
Alright, favorite shows. What's everyone's favorite shows? What is everyone's favorite shows?
Well, Family Guy, classic
Oh.
Simpsons.
I would like to know
Futurama.
what Ragreynolds' favourite show is.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I was
we
asking
will
everyone.
hear from him first, then. Yeah. But we'll hear. I would like to hear from him first.
Okay. From the top of my what's one of my favorites? I really like House of Cards, the American version. I really love that show. You have to kind of pretend that Kevin Spacey isn't perhaps a pedophile if you're going to watch that show, though. But his performance is still excellent. It's a very good show, a fantastic show. 10 out of 10. Except the last couple of seasons, but the rest of it's 10 out of 10. One that's quite bizarre that I really love Preacher. I don't know if you've ever watched Preacher. Preacher is a fantastic show. It's so bizarre. It is the most bizarre show. I mean, all I'm going to tell you is this man has a. You know what? I'm not even going to spoil it. I'm not even going to go to what I was going to say. This is just such a bizarre show. The premise of the show is that this preacher finds out that God is missing from heaven. He's missing, and so he's on a quest to find God. And it's hilarious. And if you're religious, you probably won't enjoy it, and you'll find it very offensive. But it is one of my favorite shows. It's fantastic. It's very generic to say. Breaking Bad's a fantastic show. Very generic to say. So I really like the Netflix adaptation of A Series of Unfortunate Events. That show is fantastic. Another one that's just really bizarre and hilarious. Like it is entirely just my kind of humor. It's so bizarre. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Another drama I like. Yeah, well, this is like the movie, but I actually think it's better, and it goes on for a few seasons. It's really really good. Couple of dramas I like The Man in the High Castle. That's one that's on Amazon Prime. That's a really good one. It's a bit different. It's basically based on it's like an alternate world history, like if the Nazis had won the Second World War. It's really bizarre, and there's got some like sci-fi elements with like multiple dimensions and stuff. It's a bit strange. I recommend that. I like those. I like Mad Men. That's another one. Ozark's really good on Netflix. It reminds me very much of Breaking Bad. I really like that. That's another good one. Yeah, those are just some that come to mind off the top of my head. I mean, I watch a lot of TV. I watch more TV than I do movies. I watch a lot.
Yes, sir.
And those are just some that come to my head first. I mean, I don't tend to watch. I know Lodal loves like comedy, like sitcom and stuff. So if I'm gonna go something like that, my favorite comedy is Arrested Development. Yeah, I love Arrested Development. That's a really good show. I love that. That's right up there for my humor. That, and also there's another one they've done. What We Do in the Shadows. They've done a couple of movies of that. That's on Netflix, I think. But they also have a TV show that was on, and that's fantastic. I love that as well. Those are probably the two main comedies I can think of that are maybe like short 20 minutes. A Series of Unfortunate Events is a comedy, but that's longer episodes. It's not quite the same as like a sitcom or anything like that. So. But yeah, there's a few shows I like. And I want to take a minute as well. If you like TV, check out track.tv and follow me on there. Rag Reynolds. That is my favorite website in the world. I'm a VIP for like 4 years now. It is a fantastic website. If you watch TV or movies, you can track all of the things you ever watch. You can give them ratings. You can see what your friends are like, and you can make lists of things. And it gives you lots of stats. It tells you like how long you've spent watching things. You can track how many times you've watched a movie. If you collect things, you can add a collection. There's lots of different features, and I use it daily. I use it all the time. It's a fantastic website, and I recommend everyone use it.
Yeah, I only watched like Seinfeld and Malcolm in the Middle. Yeah, Ducky, what do you watch?
Yeah, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Rag Reynolds, you should watch My Little Pony.
Well, no, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to watch it.
I've never watched MLP before.
I've watched all the episodes.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, so I was muted this whole time. Great. So, 2 shows that I really want to highlight. One of my all-time favorites, Riverdale.
Oh.
Do you guys like that one?
No.
Haven't really seen it.
Riverdale is shit, Dom.
Riverdale is not shit. You never gave it a fair chance.
I watched the
Bags.
first episode, and it is a trash show. And I've heard Vi watching it, and they start talking about, oh, my name is Evelyn Evernever. What kind of name's Evernever? Like, what is this nonsense? Who watches something when their character names are Evernever? That's a stupid name, and I can't believe you watched that. You should feel embarrassed with yourself for what. That's almost more embarrassing than failing to burn the paper, to be honest.
Yeah, that's sad.
But
Don't check
gets
Discord.
better. Like, yeah, it has its moments. I've seen it. I don't care. But
Don't check Discord.
I've seen it. I'm looking at it right now, but I really don't care. Like, I've seen it. It gets better. It really does get better. Like, it is a great show.
It's not a great show.
And also the second one I want to bring attention to, it's called The Queen's Gambit. It's like a relatively new Netflix
that is a good show. That's a very good show. I recommend it.
Yeah, I had to watch The Queen's Gambit for media class because we were looking at feminism and how gender was constructed.
Did you guys see Burger King's base tweet, "Women belong in the kitchen"?
Yeah,
that was the one time I agree with the social media company.
Yeah. I wish I'd learned about feminism in school so I could destroy some people with facts and logic.
Okay, Darky Booty.
Yeah.
We have to ask a question, a burning question for you. Is that your real voice?
What is it? Yes, it's my real accent and my real voice.
Well, there you go, people in the chat. It's his real voice.
Yes.
There you go. People were asking on Discord and on here, so I just thought we should answer that question.
Yeah.
But yes, Riverdale does suck.
Yes. Cancer.
Haven't really watched it, so yeah.
I don't
not
recommend
really
watching
interested in it either.
Honestly, I think I'm more likely to watch My Little Pony than I am to watch Riverdale.
Really? But like what Vi said, she was part of a cult, and her cult harvested organs, but her name is weird.
That's so interesting. Oh my god.
I don't understand. Right, these people live in a small town, right? Is it like a small town and they're harvesting organs and like no one knows that they're harvesting? Like how does that happen?
Yes.
Like how can they just harvest organs? This is like, you know, like what's that old show? It's like the Midsummer Murders or whatever. Midsummer Murders, and it's the same little street of people, and every week someone else moves in and they get murdered, and it's like, well, why are people still moving into the street, and how do you not know who's murdering them? It's like absolute nonsense.
Yeah. So, Rag, I know you're getting married in August, I think. So, are you actually going to ban ties like I suggested at the wedding?
I'm not going to ban ties, but I will judge anyone who wears one.
Okay. You're not going to wear a tie, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, good.
I don't know. I don't have many fears in life, but being judged by Rag Reynolds is one of them. So I think that'd be enough of a deterrent to get people not to wear a tie.
Yeah, ties.
I agree. I despise those darn things.
Yeah. I think people have the freedom to wear stupid things around their neck if they want to.
Yeah. We have to wear ties at school for winter, and I hate that.
For winter?
Yeah.
Yeah, I physically cannot wear a tie because I don't really have a neck.
Oh, we know.
Well, I'm lucky
What was that? What was that little ladle?
Mm.
You want to say that again?
I'm lucky. I don't
We
get
know.
to wear school at.
What do you
I
know?
don't get to wear ties for
But
my
you don't have a
school.
neck.
You know that I don't have a neck.
Yeah.
You think that's
Obvious.
funny?
Yes.
Why
I
is no
think
one else laughing? Why are you the
Reynolds
only person
does
laughing
have a
here?
neck. Yeah, he does.
Hey, at least he has
What-
a chin. That's a
what is-
start.
yeah,
I'd
yeah,
Well,
rather.
I guess
know.
this
He's-
is a
he's got
neck.
a
I'm
nice
not
beard.
laughing.
I
It's not
literally have
funny.
people in my comments calling me a neck beard. How can I be? How can I be a neck beard? How can I have a neck beard if I don't have a neck?
You have a nice beard.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Rag does have a nice beard.
Rag question.
And I have a nice moustache.
What's your question, Dom?
Since you have a
Right.
neck beard,
Get
what
up
would
close to my
what w-
moustache.
nice? What would you do if, like, say, I randomly mailed you a fedora? You already got the neck beard and mustache.
I would not wear a fedora, Dom.
Would you, if I bought you one and mailed it to you,
Hmm.
would you at least put it on and take a picture?
I wouldn't even acknowledge that you had sent it to me.
Ableism. I don't think there is any ableism here, the forest, or however you pronounce your name.
He'll probably throw it in the garbage.
No
What if I-
ableism here.
What if I said I'd pay for your max Patreon tier? Is that a reward?
His water award.
If I was to pay for your max tier and I was to send you a fedora, would you take a picture with it?
I would acknowledge it. I'll make an unboxing just for you.
Is Dom subscribed to Caitlin Bennett's OnlyFans?
She doesn't have an.
I don't know.
But if she did, you'd be subscribed.
No, her whole fan base is about not being degenerates.
Okay, sure.
Well, we have 4 minutes left, so if anyone has any final things they'd like me to answer, get on it.
When's the debate going to be up on the YouTube?
The what?
The debate we had.
Oh, I'm not sure. Tomorrow, well, today now for me, I'm posting my worst accents tier list. I also have ready to post. I'm posting a drawing video, and I'm also posting the debate we did. So,
You just
I'm not.
wanted to piss
So I'm
me
not
off,
sure if the debate is going to
you
be
recording
first or the
it?
drawing video.
Are you recording this debate, Rag?
Oh well, I already did. The debate's done.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Well,
I'm gonna go, you guys,
just before
because
you go,
Okay,
Rag.
so-
Okay, bye, Tom. I just
Yeah.
need
Bye.
to tell Rag Reynolds something. Bye. Okay, Rag. This live stream has been one of the best live streams I have ever broadcasted on my YouTube channel. My favorite YouTuber, my god, I have finally met after all of these years. I have been a fan of Rag Reynolds since the middle of 2017, and finally, after all that time, I got to meet him and actually talk to him in this very live stream. I am very pleased. This is one of the best days of my life, and I am glad that so far something good has come out of 2021. Well, 2021 has been a good year for me, but this is probably one of the best things to come out of this year. And I would like to say that it was a pleasure having Rag Reynolds, the god, the truth talker, the one and only, the best there ever was, the man, in my live stream. Thank you so much, Rag.
Yeah,
for
it was a great
being
stream.
here.
It was a pleasure to be had.
I'm not
Excuse me, can
enough.
I ask Rag one quick question, please?
Yeah,
Before we go?
people-
Yeah, your
Okay.
haters tier list. On your haters tier
Yeah.
list, when's it coming out? Am I going to be on it, or is it going to be a surprise?
Let's say it's going to be a surprise. I'll say you're likely to be on it. I mean, it's going to have former and current haters
Yeah.
on it. I don't know when it's going to be out. It might be a month, or
Right.
maybe 3 months. It might be next week. I don't know yet. But let's say we'll leave it as a surprise. I haven't decided who's actually going to be on there yet.
Oh, are you going to make Are you going to make a fan tier list?
I am planning on that as well. Yes.
Put me in the top tier.
I
You're
want to
getting
where
F.
I'll
You're getting
be on
F tier.
that.
Oh, what?
Darky Booty gets S tier. Lodel gets maybe like D or E or F.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Depending on his attitude that given day,
Okay.
because sometimes, Lodel, I don't appreciate your tone. So it depends how I'm feeling.
Okay. Are you going to put aggro finish at the bottom?
I've not
Yeah.
decided yet which one of the two ad revenue is going to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put me in the top,
Okay.
please.
Can't wait for it.
To tell the
Okay.
truth, I don't care if I'm on or not.
We'll wait and see.
Okay. Well, I was glad to be
Okay.
here on the stream. It was a good stream. Goodbye.
Okay.
It's a
Bye.
pleasure to meet you, Rag.
Yeah.
Bye
There's another
bye.
stream.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're welcome. All right, now it is the end of the stream load, Lenintingo. So now is the time for me to end it.
All right. See ya.
Ta-ta.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for letting me join.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, everyone. The end of my free-for-all stream with Ragreynolds. So far, we have been 2 hours through this free-for-all stream. It was one of the best free-for-all streams I have ever been on, and I just have met one of my most favorite YouTubers of all time. I'm so happy that I did this free-for-all stream. It is one of the most special free-for-all streams. I know that we were meant to do this last time. Reynolds was meant to be on here, but he was asleep at the time and couldn't make it onto the stream. But today he has come and we have talked, and we are now at the end of the free-for-all stream. It was a pleasure having my god, a truth talker, a man, and an absolute best person there ever was on this free-for-all stream. I am glad that Reynolds was on here, excuse me, and I am glad that we had a talk for the first time. That is all I have to say. I'm glad I met Reynolds, one of my favorite YouTubers who I was a big fan of. And now we are at the end, and I am going to look back on this and find it to be one of the best streams I have ever seen. And until next time, my name is StarkyBooty32, and thank you for listening, humanity.